My name is Chaz Fuda. I am a psychologist from Australia, and you might be wondering, what the heck am I watching? Well, I'm about to explain to you the psychological mechanics behind what people are watching here. I promise this video is for educational purposes only, and not me just sitting here having a massive goon or simp session on a random Sunday at 5 p.m. So this video has come about because I was just having a casual scroll on Twitch, as one does. I'm on the just chatting category, and you'll see the usual top performers. But if you scroll down, you might start to see a few interesting things pop up. Some over here, and then more. You got someone here, here. Oh, maybe mobile viewers can here, let me zoom in for you, mobile viewers. Here we go. And see, you got this stuff. And I recognize that Twitch has been like this for a while, and this sort of stuff of showing these items off on the internet. But the reason why I wanted to make this particular video is because, and here's another one as well. People love this stuff, and it's getting a huge amount of viewers, and I'm honestly surprised that Twitch just actually allows this sort of stuff because it's quite explicit. But anyway, I'm just going to leave it on this one whilst I do a bit of a psychological analysis for everybody as to what this is and what's going on. So you might be interested to know that viewing this type of content is actually quite similar to an addiction, and is actually quite similar to gambling. Let me explain. In humans, we know that randomly rewarding them or giving them a reward unexpectedly increases the chances that they're going to perform or do a certain behavior. So if you were given a reward for every time we did a behavior, eventually you'd get bored of it. So for example, if you did 10 star jumps and I gave you a cookie, eventually you'll get bored of that if I gave you a cookie every single time. But if I randomized the reward so that you did 10 star jumps, and then you might get a cookie, and then you might get a chocolate bar, and then you might get a packet of chips, and then sometimes you do and sometimes you don't, you're more likely to do the star jumps because it's that mechanism of the unexpectedness or the randomness, the unexpectedness or the randomness of it that makes it interesting or intriguing. Now, this mechanism is present in gambling too, specifically the pokie machines, where you'll input some money and you might randomly get some money back. You might randomly get a lot, you might randomly get very little. One way or another, eventually you'll randomly get some sort of reward. Now, this sort of stuff, watching these girls dance and talk on Twitch, is literally the same, where you have a bunch of people in chat here giving out the reward, which is the money, to the person, and then randomly the person will give you a compliment back. They'll be like, "Thank you so much, thank you for the donation," and you might get some random praise. And that randomness is literally what functions as the reward, and therefore keeps people hooked and addicted. It's quite interesting. I mean, look at this stuff. And the most cooked part about this particular stream is that this is literally a VOD, a video on demand. So these people, almost 500 people, are sitting here, and half of them might not even know that this is actually a replay, not even the live thing, which is really interesting. It really just shows how effective it can be, even if it's not necessarily the real thing. Now, what also makes this sort of stuff extra powerful is not only is it addictive in the sense of the mechanisms in place, but it also fosters parasocial relationships, which is basically, you can think of parasocial relationships as two people interacting, but one person sees it as a relationship and one other person does not. And this mechanism is very powerful because we have here the streamer who very much does not see these people as friends or in a relationship with them, but more likely than not, a lot of these people in chat here will most certainly start to believe that they are this particular person's girlfriend or partner. And then that trickery furthers the addiction, because this person will interact, the streamer will interact with the viewer will feel like they're getting some sort of personal attention, makes them want to donate more. They might randomly get more attention, making them want to donate more, and then they might randomly get more praise and attention, and they want to donate more, and it just loops infinitely. Now, what also makes it even more extra concerning is if some of these people are lonely individuals, it's more likely than not that it's men, but it can be women too. For the most part, it's men, but women can be lonely too. People that are lonely might crave social connection, and they give you money that you get some sort of temporary social connection, then you feel good, so you give them more money, and it's literally like a battery, like they're being siphoned and drained like batteries, and it's an addiction. It is highly addictive, and it's all over Twitch, and it's been like that for a while, but people might not see it through an addiction gambling lens, and if you don't, well, hopefully you do now. So anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and if you'll excuse me, I believe I've got some donating to do. No, I'm joking.